No to violence. No to violence.
Mom, you slapped me.
I will do that again. Are you crazy?
No, madam. No, please. Why do you have to slap her? What did she ever do to you?
Girl not coming from that guy's house.
You know, she's a very hardworking girl.
I can't let you marry a low-class girl.
And who's a low-class girl, Mom? Who's a low-class girl? Look, if it's not Miriam, then nobody else.
And where are you heading to, beautifully dressed like this?
I'm going to the office, but I'll stop by the plantation to see how those workers are doing.
The plantation?
Yes, we are. Any problem?
It's okay, my children. Everything will be fine, I promise you.
And how many persons are you expecting?
Good day, televiewers, and welcome. On today's show, we shall be discussing about the upcoming movie, The Plantation, written and produced by Miss Judith Fien, aka Mother General. So we shall be asking her what her motivation was on making this movie and what she hopes that the viewers get from it. So without wasting too much time, let's get right on to it. So welcome, Miss Judith.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly Jackson.
And welcome, Mr. Etienne.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. I know very well that both of you worked so closely on this movie, and we want to know. Let's start with Miss Judy. What is the idea behind this movie?
Once more, thank you, Mr. Kelly Jackson, for this great opportunity that you've brought to us and for the questions that you've asked me. I'm super grateful to be in the presence in your studio today.
Thank you.
Okay, for my motivation, it all started last year, about April, because I'm the ultimate winner for First Step to Stardom Season 4. So I was fortunate to be chosen by my boss, Ikechi Discovery from London, to feature in some of their movies. So it was a great opportunity because during that period, I was to be in Africa. And at that point in time, when I went to Nigeria for the shooting of these movies, our director for the production, Dr. Chief Ajebo, Steph, encouraged me that when he looked at my performance in this movie and with the distance being involved, I can do more. So he pushed me, he gave me an encouraging word as a father to go and do something to upgrade in my movie career. We all know that Nigeria is known for the best entertainment in the world. Yeah. So looking at this, I was like somehow skeptical, and I asked myself, how can that be? So when I got back to Thailand, I had to ask some few persons like the Kelly Jackson himself, who is seated close to me, and my script editor, not leaving out Mr. Alan Kana and the wife, Wonan Blessing and G. Sabina, just to name a few. I threw the idea to them and they said, Mama G, we are right behind you. You can do it. So when they asked me, what movie, what storyline do I have? I said The Plantation. And when they asked me the reason, I don't really know much reason, but when this idea about The Plantation came into my mind, I just had to go for it because as an African lady and looking at Africa and Cameroon in particular, my grandparents, we grew up in a plantation. So I was motivated because I see the way others treat others in the farm. And it got me boosted to come up with the storyline.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. And I really love that. I like people who love taking adventure, right? When they realize that they want to do something, they go for it. I really love that about people. And so I'm really impressed about what you've done so far. And Mr. Etienne, from what I would refer to her as Mama General, because she's popularly known as Mama General, from what she said, right? She said that you were the script editor and you really helped her a lot. And in fact, your involvement in this whole project cannot be overemphasized, right? So I would like to ask you, when you received the script, when she gave you the go ahead that you should do the script editing, right? When you saw the script for the first time, what really went through your mind?
Once again, thank you very much, Kelly, for having me here. And I'm very honored, to be in the midst of this
young lady, Miss Kasambom Judith Freng. And I must confess that the time I've been in movie or in script editing for a while now.
Yeah.
Like if you go to YouTube, you will find some videos that are featured in, of which I'm actually one of the editors. If you visit YouTube DCS Films, you will find stuff there that I've been part of. So when she contacted me, I was a little bit hesitant because I asked her, has she ever been into any script writing before? She said no. I said, well, there's always the first time. So let me see what you have. And I was dismayed, I must tell you that, with her work. Yeah, I went through it, and even though I was called upon to be an editor, I didn't have much to really edit because she had done a good job in writing the script, and I was just there just to chip in a little bit of what I know and what I have in the field of editing.
Oh, wow. So if I were to ask a second question, like how much did you re-edit, or how many lines did you change? If you have to take in percentage wise, would it be like 10%, 20%, 30%?
Well, percentage wise, I would not like to put it in percentage wise, but I would like to say it was not much. Yeah, not much. Like I earlier said, she had done a great job in writing the script, so I was just there to edit a few, chip in a little bit. Then still, I could not do that without her help. So
Yeah.
she was there all the while.
Oh, that's really good. I mean, you're just there to maybe dot the I's and
Yeah,
cross the T's and stuff like that.
Exactly. They said two hands are better,
Better than
than
one.
one.
So before we come back to Miss Fien, okay, I would like to ask. I understand that as a storyteller that she is, right, or who she is, sorry, and sometimes people who are creative artists, they have different ideas in their mind when they are doing something, right, and somebody from outside might not necessarily get what they are trying to do, right. So my question is, were there instances where you were like, okay, let's put this line like this, and she's like, no, let's have it this way? But that kind of like confliction of whose was better?
Well, there wasn't any confliction as to what should be in the script and what should not be. Uh, there were a few things that we made adjustment to, and those adjustments could only come about if I will agree with her and she will agree with me. And she contacted me that I should edit. I should be an editor, so she knew or she knows my capability. She knows what I can do, and still she is the main person. It's her story.
Exactly.
So I could not just go abstract
Yeah.
from it. I had to stay within the context of her story. And
We had to cooperate.
Yeah,
cooperation was the key.
That's really important, right? The reason why I'm asking this is because I have heard of instances, right, where someone is called in to edit something, and after the person might have edited the thing or offers suggestions and be like, I think your point is not exactly what I want, so maybe we should just, or maybe they'll just take it, I understand, and then they just dump it.
Yeah, like what you are trying to say, excuse me, Mr. Etienne, what you are trying to say, most editors and their producers always have that kind of a conflict. But I, for one, am someone who is, since as I'm just a new producer and this is the first official movie, so I have to cooperate. I like cooperation because when I cooperate, I gain more information and I also upgrade. So it's very good to cooperate with your script editor and whosoever you are working with to come up with something very good.
Yes.
And aside of that, aside from that, I wasn't contacted to come in as a co-writer. So I just came in as an editor. So I could not tell the story better than she had done already. So.
Exactly. No, that's really, and I really enjoy the way both of you worked, right? Because I have seen cases where after the editing of the movie and people were like, oh, no, he did a terrible job, or she was very poor at writing a story. She had nothing, she had no idea about what she was doing and stuff like that. So if you guys really were able to worked things out in a very friendly manner. I think that was really great. And I love the whole explanation. But let's come back to Mother General. And like you mentioned, it was your first production that you did, and it is a very massive project. Everyone understands that making a movie is not just something that we can just say it like that, right? It takes a lot time, energy, finance, and everything, right? It takes a lot of planning to get it done, right? So, what were some of the challenges that you went through doing this movie?
Like Mr. DC, the company studio again was my thank you for that brilliant question. Normally the challenges were there because I just got up. You know when you're sleeping and they just wake you up that go fetch water, right?
Yeah.
You can go and do that. But this one was a movie. I don't know how it would have been. I had no idea. I just thought it was drama that we have been acting in our YCW, youth rallies, all those kind of stuff. So the first challenge I had when I got the information that I can do it, I contacted the persons I acknowledged. They said, Mama, you can do it. We are behind of you. So I was just thinking it's something with 100,000s. Just pick up people and it go. So when I sat down after making the story, the first challenge I had was how to get actors,
Yeah.
how to bring people together involved. Because in Thailand, we have just 2 months that we can say we are free. That is October and April.
Yeah.
And I wanted it done in October. How do I bring people together? And now I had to take it to Cameroon because that is where my root is. That is where my movie futures. That is where I have lots of focus. How do I bring them in? How do I get in? Any actor you want to contact, they bring in monetary issues. So I had to come back to my script editor again. I
Yeah,
said,
please, can you
my
help?
brother, please, at this point in time,
Can you help me?
what do I do? I think this project is something about 150,000 since it's a local project.
Yeah.
He said, no, Mama G, do you have money? I said, it's not all about money. You just give them food. I was just thinking it in my own
Little way.
own way that I think, that I
Yeah.
feel. But, it wasn't easy. So I still went back to them. At times you see some of those that I trusted, like the company studio who is sitting here close to me. And I said, my dear, we have to carry on this movie project in October. He said, Mother, just because it is you, I'm here for you. I will support you. He never asked me anything. In Thailand, the shooting was very well. The long challenge I had in Thailand was that one actor had to give us trace, but along the line, the DOP and the editor, they sorted that one out as easy as ABC, so it went on well. But most of the challenges that I got was back home. When you are carrying out a project, they know you are not there, then they believe that you are abroad, they think all is bed of roses. But thanks once more to the script editor, who is also an actor in the movie, and my personal assistants. I can't thank them less for the success of this movie. Because at one point in time, I was like giving up. Not forgetting the director of this movie. I've never met him. That's Mr. Ndashi Daniel. He did a great job. I don't even know what alone can't thank him. What alone can't pay him. When he was presented to me as an actor, I looked at his physical appearance. That's why they say never judge a book from its cover.
Exactly.
I was like, this one too with Dada for a head, he go give me some better work. So he go just calm me like a madman now. Because I had the first director.
Yeah.
But along the line, the first director was like giving me a lot of headache. At one point in time, he even said he is the producer, he's the one sponsoring the movie. I was very mad. So he tried to play some games, but with God, this Dashi Daniel, who is the director of the movie, he stepped in. He never asked me for a bottle of water. Even the DOP in Cameroon, they were like surprised when they want to turn this thing was not there. It's either I'm sending it from left, my personal assistant, my PA, and the script editor. They were there to just like support. I will get angry. It's like they should end the project, but they were there. What do you people need? So I give a big appreciation to them?
Yes, Mr. Kelly,
Yeah.
when I went through the script, I came in with my all, with full speed. I had nothing to reserve. So I know finances was a problem, was a challenge that we had, but there's nothing that we should over. It's nothing that we should overemphasize on.
Yeah.
But we thank God that everything went well.
Yeah, we
For
are so
sure.
happy. You're so like she mentioned, right? I quite understand and I quite get her situation because living over here and doing something back home is really, really challenging. Except you are really tough and determined, you cannot carry along with something like that. Because I know the mindset of the people we have back home. And not being able there to be physically present to handle things yourself is a whole challenge on its own, right? So I really appreciate her for what she's done. Right? I think it's a very, very great venture that is going to set like an example for most people in Thailand to also follow suit. And coming back to you, Mr. Etienne, I know you were one of the cast in the movie, and
Correct.
yeah. So how was the whole experience like meeting people, working together, shooting a movie? How was it like?
Yeah, that's the funniest thing that happened. That an editor is also an actor.
Exactly.
Well, I can't deny, or she couldn't deny my talent in acting as well, and in her script, the part that she gave me, she said she couldn't give it to any other person.
Exactly.
So, well, it was quite fun. It was fun. I was in the movie as an investor, and just like I invested a little bit in the movie itself, I also invested as an actor in the script itself.
Okay.
So it was cool.
Oh.
I actually loved being an actor as well.
Oh. So before we move to Mother Geneva here, I just want to ask you one small question. Like, as an actor in the movie and also a script editor, sorry, what do you hope that people who are going to watch this movie take away from it?
Okay. What people are going to realize or might not realize is the hard work that was done in realizing this movie, and that is what I want them to see. It was so much effort was put in place. I want people to know that, and they should know that if we put that effort to come up with this script or to come up with this production, they should as well put effort in whatsoever they do. We had challenges. People kept telling us, "Oh, you people are not gonna do it because if you do it, it's like you are the first to do it in Thailand, and we don't believe that you people are the ones to be the first people to do it in Thailand." So we didn't relent. We had to put in our all, a commitment, our time, our effort, our ideas, and as well, what we did was ask for help from people, ask for opinions, and that is what I always tell people, that if you can do it all alone, don't be scared to ask for help.
Yes,
Don't be
exactly.
scared to ask people's opinion.
Yeah.
Because they might differ from
Exactly.
yours, but there's something that you might pick from it.
Yeah.
Even if it's nothing, you might have picked up nothing from it,
Exactly.
which is still something.
Something.
Yeah.
You are very wise.
Yeah.
I think was it one motivational speaker said
Yes.
that sometimes we humans feel that inaction means doing nothing, but they forget to understand that inaction is action in
Yeah,
itself.
you
That
act
not
not to act.
yeah,
not
yeah.
acting
That
is-
not doing anything is an action you're taking, right? Which I think is very good. Yeah, the point you make is really, really nice, and I really love it. That people should not be afraid to ask for help.
That's what-
People should not be afraid to ask for the opinion
That's
of
what
other
we did.
people, right? And and I know some people can be very negative. I know, sometimes we live in a society, and in as much as we want to be nice and they have a very positive view, but the truth is some people can be very negative, right?
Correct.
And those people, we have to understand who they are, and we have to know where to put them on our mind, right? Okay, this person I know is very, very negative, but I'm gonna just ask the person anyway and hear what he or she has to say, right? I think it's very
Correct.
good. And whatever they say, maybe it might be nice. You don't know. It might come on a
Yeah.
very nice day and
Nobody
he said
knows.
something very nice,
Yeah.
Or he might just come on a very bad day, then he's just like, whoa, what you're doing is bad, you're not gonna succeed, and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
really like it,
Thank you very
isn't
much.
it, Mother General?
Yeah, very perfectly well said. Because we need to like ask. If I wasn't asking, we would not have been where we are today.
Yeah.
I would not have been viral today because we sit at times I sit inside my room, I shed tears. I ask, is it me? Or what I say, God, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And let me ask you the same question I just asked Mr. Etienne over here. Like, I know before you came out with this movie, or before you came up with this movie, you had something in mind that you were trying to share with the public, that you wanted people to know. Okay, so when people go to see this movie, this upcoming movie, The Plantation, right? What do you hope? And maybe, let me say, maybe they might not really appreciate it. They might not really like this style. But what would you hope they take away from it?
Just like he said, I don't have much to ponder on this movie because from the title, The Plantation, we need to know that we are blessed in Africa and in Cameroon in particular. We have lots of plantations, but what do we do with it? And the focus in this movie is that the rich and the poor, where do you belong? We know we talk every day about humanity and humility, how to treat your workers. It's a common story though, but with a different lesson. So I wish that anyone who stumbles on this video, just watch it. It's either you are watching the beginning or the end, or you just watch this cast or the writing on the at the end of the script or at the end of the film. Then you will go home with one thing, just as he said, watch for nothing, and then you will know one day that there was something in it.
That's it. So just watch for nothing.
Yes.
And when you go in with an open mind, right? Be willing to get something, right? Don't just go in with your mind all made up and then whatever you see becomes something so terrible.
Yeah, like excuse me, let me just say this. I have received so many calls without the movie being out. Because for those who have known me in the past, they are still like doubting if I did this great job. So I always call my editor and my PA. I said, they are still doubting if I'm the one who did it, but I'm just telling them, watch and tell me your reaction.
Yeah. There's always going to be doubting Thomases. Yeah. So don't beat yourself to
Don't
that.
beat up.
Yes.
Yeah, there are so many persons that have known me. Because if you know my story today or yesterday, you don't know my future. So you might know my story and you do not know my history.
Exactly.
So it's just to play a cool head, follow the first train, and wait for the second and third to see. Because it is forward ever, backward never.
Nice take. Yeah, and I hope that no matter the outcome of the movie, I know it's gonna be something very great, but nevertheless, right? You should keep on going, right? Rome was not built in a day, right?
Of
It
course.
takes time. Everything takes time to get it done, right? Yeah, that is it. So no matter the outcome of this first one, I think that if you keep it going, the second one is gonna be better, and maybe the third one is gonna be like up here, right?
For sure. You are just saying what is in our mind.
Yeah. So do whatever you can do, scrape whatever you can scrape to put out something so that people can see, people can watch. And there's one thing I have learned, right? If you do not put out anything, people do not know how great you are. For example, you might be a great storyteller, right? But you do not tell people your story. How would they know how great you are? You see?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
first and foremost, you need to put out something. People can see that, people can evaluate, oh, she's great, or maybe she's something like that. But practice makes perfect, right? Just keep on working, Yeah. So, but before we go, let's start with Mr. Etienne. Please, do you have any last word for our viewers out there?
Okay. I'm very happy. I'm I wish this conversation wasn't coming to an end. You've asked me a question, and it worries me that
We have to
we are about
deal
to
with time. We have to deal with time.
you're about to
Time
rush
is
me. You're
money.
about to rush us. So
We have to deal
you
with
didn't
time.
rush us, bro. Okay. Well, thanks very much, fellow viewers and fans of Mother General Production House. Uh, I can't exempt myself from the doubters, from people who doubted. I was also doubting, which is natural for us humans. So there's no problem if you doubted her, and there's no problem if you doubted anything that ever comes from her or that will ever come from her. But this should be an awakening point or an awakening situation or thing,
A moment.
that moment, yes, that you should take. You should take that whosoever has something to give to you and to the world. So never you minimize or never you look down on somebody's opinion. So this is a perfect example that we are seeing right now, and Mother General's production house has just started. I tell you that I will give you my word that you should expect so much, because there's so much. We've actually talked, like not now, but we've talked about so much about other productions that we have in some few months to come. So expect so much from her, and expect so much from Mother General's production house.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Yeah,
Thank
so we hope the people watching us will understand that everything takes time and the practice make perfect. So we should always put out something. If we have something, we should not be scared. Just put it out there, and then we should also learn to receive critiques from other people. So, Mother, let's come back to you, right? I know this is a very huge thing you've done, and I know you are like a royal model for many young movie maker or storytellers, right? So, what do you have to say to them? How do you want to motivate them to really get on with what they are doing? That is for people who are storytellers, and also to your fans and your viewers and your supporters. What do you have for them?
Well, I have just one word to say to anybody who has a vision and a passion for something. Go for it. I'm not the superstar. I'm not. When I talk of superstars, we know those that are like, yeah, I'm not. Calm down yourself. Take everything as easy as you know when you go to nursing school, right? You start learning from ABC. I never want first step to start on because I was so beautiful. I was dressing so much. No, it's because I was humble and respectful and was willing to learn. The night they were like proclaiming the result, I was like, in fact, anyhow. But when my name was mentioned, I had to cry. Till today, sitting here, I feel I miss something, and that is my mother. I wish she was here. I wish she was alive to see what has become of this me. I was once rejected by so many, but I never gave up. I am unstoppable. If you have passion for something, you too will be unstoppable. Do not let people criticize you, because critics make some of us miss our vision, make most of us to take the wrong track. Do not compare with anybody. Compare with your own self. And to all those of you that are highly waiting for this movie, I will just say, come and see. I don't have much to say. Take your eyes, see for yourself.
That's very
Because
nice.
I'm already feeling so much.
I can see the emotion is piling up. One more thing, Mama, like what are the dates for the launching, and where are we going to be launching the movie?
Yeah, here in Thailand, the launching will take place.
The 8th?
Yes, on the 8th of April in Bangkok.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are there other dates or still undecided?
No, other dates not yet fixed.
Okay.
Yes. For all of us in Thailand, it is on the 8th of April,
Okay.
2023, this year.
Okay, so so the launch will be on the 8th, like Mr. Etienne said, in Bangkok. So if you're in Thailand and you want to see what Mother Geneva has got to offer, please make sure you showed up. You can also reach out to her to ask for like the location and also get more information about the launching. So we are very happy to have talked to you guys. Mr. Etienne, thank you for talking with us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.
And Miss Judith, aka Mother Geneva, thank you very much.
Thank you, the company
Yeah,
studio. I'm grateful.
Yeah, we really appreciate all your effort, and you are really making us proud. For that, we are so happy.
Before we go, we are from Com. I am coming from...
in case you'll be
in
wondering.
case you are wondering where I come from,
I am Bobby.
I am Nawan Kasambon Fieng Judith, granddaughter of Bobelio Yu and Nawan Cecilia Mo. Mother's name Margaret Mary Yu Sangwa. That's my pride.
Okay,
we have Bobe.
We are now having a brief history. Okay, go on.
Bobby Oswald. That's how my mom calls me.
Oh, Bobby Oswald.
Yeah, Bobby Oswald. Oswald was my grandfather's name.
Okay.
So, and my name is Etienne Kukwa, aka Lil Cute.
A musician, a comedian.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
As about Lil Cute, you people will find out later.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this interview. I must say it was a very extraordinary one, and the words from Mr. Etienne and Miss Judy there really make me realize that no one is too small in this world, right? No matter who we are, we always have a contribution to make to this world. And my point is, if you have a particular skill or anything you have that you think the world might benefit from, you should put it out there, okay? You should let the world see it and let the world decide if it's okay or not. So do not relent your effort in whatsoever. And like they both said, you must always ask for help in case you need it. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to ask others for their opinion and for their help. And so for that, I think I've learned so much for the both of you, and I'm really happy. And so see you next time.
Why is declining that proposal?
With his mom being a thorn on my flesh.
Director, we are tired. We are tired. Cannot take anymore. We are tired. Calm down. Something must be done. Calm down.
Dad, is that all you can say?
And you use your hands on the wife of the manager?
Are they paying them to idle around? Are they paying them to relax?
Woman, this is the height of it.
We are not slaves, are we? We are not slaves. We are not slaves.
This new attitude of yours is uncalled for. Be very careful.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not my husband. You are fired!